Welcome guys to another video. This is Jordan. I hope you're all doing well. So in this video, I'm going to be covering one of my keyboard secrets, what I call the minor 11th, right? So I'm going to share with you my approach on the minor 11th chord and how you can utilize it in your playing. Now, if you don't know what a minor chord is, please go back to my fundamental series on chords, right? And watch my video on learning how to play a minor chord, right? But in this video, we're going to be expanding on the extension, what we call the extension of the minor chord. One of the extensions, I should say, which is the minor 11th. Now, what is the minor 11th chord? And what does it consist of? So the minor 11th chord, basically, it consists of these notes. It consists of the first degree, the second degree, the fifth degree, the seventh, the 9, and the 11th. And you know, we do need to make an edit here. That third is actually going to be flat, right? Because the minor, we understand from our original minor series, is the 1, flat 3, and the 5, right? So what we're doing here is we are adding our 7th, our 9, and we are adding our 11th. And we're going to get into that right now. Here we go. All right. So here, we're at the keyboard. And I'm going to start with, we're going to start in the key of C major. Right? Which is also known as what? A minor. So let's refer to this in this video as A minor, right? And we understand that we have a minor chord, which is what? We understand this is our A minor chord, right? We have an A, a C, and an E. And in order for us to add, to become a minor 11th, what do we say that we need to add? Our minor 11th is the 1, the flat third, the 5, the 7, the 9, and the 11. So, meaning that we have our 1, our flat third, our 5, our 7, you guys follow me? Our 9, right? And we have our 11. And this is our minor, A minor 11 chord. Go 1, flat third, 7. 1 flat third, 5, 7, 9, 11. And let's take it if we go to, for some of you guys that maybe you might have a better understanding of seeing it in C, we'll go to C. So we have C, we know we have C. Right, but because we're in a minor key, I want to think in the terms, I want to think as a minor scale, right? So I want to think as a minor key. So instead of C major, I want to think as C minor. Right? And we understand that our scale degrees, right? If you don't understand, I watch my scale degrees video to understand this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or back to 1, right? So we have the 1. So what again was our formula for the flat third? What was our formula? It was a 1, the flat third, the 5, the 7, right? The 9, and the 11. So that's our 1, our flat third, our 5, our 7th, our dominant 7, our 11, our 9, and our 11. So we have 1, flat third, 5, 7, 9, 11. This is our C minor 11 chord. A minor 11, C minor 11. So now that you guys got that fundamental of understanding, right, how to construct it, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna break it, we're gonna apply it, right? We're gonna put it in a real life application, okay? So one way I love to use this type of chord is I love to use this chord for neo soul and for jazz. I believe that for me it sounds really cool. So there's a song, it's an older song, but it's called "Say Yes" by Poetry. It goes like this. Go. Now, if you notice, so you guys know, there is only one I still. You have made the possibility. So for some of you guys I know it, you can check it out. "Say Yes" by Poetry. But I just want to use it as an example. If you hear the chords I'm using, I want you to listen to this first chord I'm using. You see it, it's a G minor 11. And they're literally walking down scale in whole steps. They're going, all you gotta do is say yes. Now the last chord is a bigger chord. It's a D flat major 9, or actually I add the 13 to give it more color. But the first 3 chords are all minor 11. So we got minor 11, minor 11, minor 11, major 7, major 9. We got a minor 11, so we got flat. We got a 1, flat third, 5, right? 7, 9, 11. Say they were F, right? We have the 1, the flat third, and we're looking at this as, so when we are referring to the scale degrees, these chord degrees, remember we're using a reference for that particular chord we're on. So it's going to be according to that key. So we're playing a G minor 11. So remember, this is according to the G minor scale. So we have 1, flat 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. F, we're going according to the F minor scale, or even if you want to use the F major scale, it's fine, because we understand that the third is just flat, right? So we have the 1, the flat third of the major, or we can call it just the third for minor, right? The 5, 7, 9, 11. Then we have one more. E flat scale, right? E flat. 1, flat 3, 5, 7. Time is 7, right? 9, 11. So that's basically what we are playing. Now imagine if I could just kind of jump around and do different stuff. I can really create some really cool stuff, right? Let's just say I went chromatic down from this chord, and I'm going to use these same chords, all minor 11 chords, right? I'm going to play, and let's see what we can create. Same chord, just bringing it up and down chromatically. Up and down chromatically. That's all we're doing. You hear the sound? So now what I could do is, in my video where I talked about rootless voicings, right? You can apply this. So imagine if I'm playing A flat minor 9, right? Let's say I want to actually play an A flat, right? A flat major 7. But let's say I just want to change the inversion. I'm going to take the top, put on the bottom. Right? I can't even do this where I add a 9. Right? So we're gonna take the root out. We're gonna play the 7, the 2, right? The 3. The 2 is actually the 9, right? In this case, because we had the 9 up here, we brought it down, right? Because this would be a 9, right? We're bringing it down here. So we'll play A flat minor. Now it says B major 7 over G flat. That's because that's the way the computer recognizes. But I understand that this is a rootless voicing, right? So really my bass is this. Right? So imagine if I kind of made this almost like rootless. And do, make a cluster, I kind of chord in my left, I can free up my right to kind of, remember, because we had A flat minor 11, right? And I can make this little chord, and even if I want to do this, right, but I like this sound. So let's see what happens if we apply this principle going chromatic. To F, we're going to E minor. E flat. D. D flat minor, 11. C minor. Right, so you see the color that you can create? We can even jump around in keys. Like we can go in, let's say, minor thirds, meaning that I would go from G minor 11 to E minor 11 to D flat minor 11 to B flat minor 11 back to G. So it's almost like a diminished, right? So we got G to E is a minor third, E to D flat is a minor third, D flat to B flat is a minor third, and B flat to G is a minor third, right? And I'm going to play all minor 11s, but I'm going to jump in minor thirds, right? So follow me. Here we go. You guys see that? So G minor 11, E minor 11, D flat minor 11, right? B flat minor 11, back to G, right? And I can play around with this and use my rootless voicings, right? And kind of just solo and do stuff. So you get this kind of very jazzy sound. Now, what I like to do as well is that another way I love to use this kind of chord is I love to use this with a Rhodes. When you use this thing with a Rhodes, it sounds beautiful. So watch. We're going to change the sound here. We're going to give ourselves like an electric piano Rhodes type sound. You hear that? So, you hear that? And we did that minor third jump. Right? And yeah, we could do that chromatic, right? You hear that? It's beautiful color, right? And so when you get experience with this, you can really add this minor 11th in some really cool places, especially like if the substitute works well. If you're playing, let's say, a regular minor chord, let's say you're playing a song with a regular minor chord, you could really add some nice color by filling it up and changing that maybe to a minor 11th. It really gives it a nice sound, right? But minor 11th, minor 11th, minor 11th. I mean, you guys could create a whole song just based off of minor 11s. I mean, you can make a whole beat, just off of minor 11s. Just those three chords. Let's say it's a G minor 11, A, E flat minor 11, C minor 11. Go back, E flat. So you see how that minor 11 really gives you that nice, it gives you like this unique, jazzy, neo soul sound. So guys, I really hope that helped. There is no right or wrong way to use this, right? But it is a minor. So think about where the times where you're playing minors in your songs. Will this chord work at times? Can you sub it out? Can you experiment? So guys, take this knowledge, take what you learned about the minor 11 and experiment with it, right? Or listen to music where you think you might hear it. Experiment. Go ahead and use it to create, right? So there's no right or wrong way to use this chord. It's just a chord I use as technique and a chord I use to give color. And I experiment with it. It's trial and error. I put it here and there in different places where I'm like, oh, this might sound cool. Instead of me playing this regular minor, I might add a minor 11. Or instead of me playing this minor 7th at the moment, I might add a minor 11. So there might be times that, I'll put that in. There's even times where I might be able to substitute minor 11th chord for a 13th chord. Maybe like a G 13th. There's times where I'll substitute the E minor, which is a 6th of G, right? So I'll substitute the 6th chord minor 11th for sometimes when I'm playing those 13th chords. So yeah, so guys, experiment with that. I hope that helps. We'll be getting more in depth, going forward with doing some workouts and exercise, and I want to definitely hear from some of you guys, hear what you're creating, and we'll really be experimenting with these things like these minor 11s and 13 and all this more advanced concepts. But I want to make sure that you guys get these basics first. You understand what's happening, so when we really get in depth and we really start creating some really cool stuff, I want to make sure everybody can follow, right? And or at least if you're coming in new, you can be able to catch up. So guys, take this, practice. If you don't understand minor chord is, if you don't understand what a chord degree is, a scale degree, go back to my series, right, on chords and on scales. You'll find that there. You'll be able to get the basic knowledge, and then you can really advance and expound on that new language of chording and scaling that you have learned. Guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, guys? All right, peace.